Hey everybody, welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. I hope that this is working properly. I'm sorry, I've got my phone right here beside me. We are 3 hours and 14 minutes late, but by goodness, we're going to have a YouTube live one way or another, and I'll figure out how to make this work later on in time. So there may be nobody jump on here, there may be a whole slew of y'all jump on, but I promise moving forward, I will be able to get this more straightened out as time goes on. And I'm going to refresh this dashboard thing live because I'm supposed to be able to, I guess, read comments and stuff like that on here too. Let me see right now. I'll turn that on. Hopefully I'll be able to read comments when this gets going. This may be the worst live session ever on YouTube, and hopefully the next time we do this, I may do this later in the week. But remember, it'll always be the day before Sabbath. And if you haven't got on the Seven Trumpets Prepper Facebook page, I'll always have the date for when the next one is, if you haven't kept up with the World's Last Chance Creator's Calendar, because I'm always going to do this the night before Sabbath, so hopefully teaching people the scriptural calendar as well. And let's see right here, guys. This says offline. If anybody can help me with this moving forward, I greatly appreciate it. If you want to go, you can private message me, or you can contact me at seventrumpetsprepper@gmail.com. I promise that I will get this together. I downloaded this app where that and I can't pull it up right this moment. I'll tell you on here, I'll pull this up, the app that I got this downloaded for, but the actual page on here says different. And that's what's throwing me off. All right, you know what? Anyway, I'll fool with that later on. So guys, first off, I just want to say, this has been a long time coming. I know a lot of y'all have wanted to do a Facebook Live, or YouTube Live, and I haven't had the technical know-how to do it, and I apologize for that. So please be patient with me. I'm going to nail this eventually, and the object of this is I want to be able to actually start communicating with y'all real time, because people will comment on videos after I post them, and listen, it's not that I ignore you guys, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. I am just constantly between ministry work, between working in the field, between traveling the country, between spending time with my wife and kid, between building a tiny house, between trying to manage my part of the farm and help my mom and dad with their farm, and then work on a new property. It's hard to get all that in there. And YouTube is just something I've really seriously neglected in this past year, probably a year and a half, on getting comments. And the only way I know to alleviate this is Nikki is committed to sitting down with me, and once we can just get the second portion of this here figured out, as far as the stream goes on the live chat thing, and everything as far as comments, then she can sit and take these questions and field these questions and stuff like that. And then I can be able to communicate and answer people, because I mean, it's my goal to, share knowledge moving forward. When we, if people want to do off-grid stuff, I'll set this up live in the shop. We'll build stuff live off-grid. We want to talk about scripture. We'll talk about scriptural stuff. Whatever is on your mind. I know some topics I want to just absolutely, get on is literally, first timers moving off grid, homesteading. I'd love to just have a feedback back and forth across the table with folks that have just literally done that with tiny housing. I definitely want to talk flat earth with a bunch of folks that are in the science field, or engineers, technicians, anybody like that is on the same page wavelength about the scriptural flat earth. There's just so many different topics that I want to cover on here. It's not even funny. And with that said, guys, that pretty much just lays the baseline down for what I want to accomplish with this live. And at the end of the day, just have a lot more fellowship with one another, because, I'll be honest with you, I think our time with a free internet is going to be limited. coming up in the years ahead. I think that there's going to be a lot of channels censored. You know, it's funny. One more thing real quick before I try to jump back on this and try to figure out this go live thing with the computer so I can sync these two up, is that I think it's interesting is that as soon as I mentioned that the other day about demonetizing the channel possibly, is that YouTube apparently demonetized a bunch of stuff on my channel anyway, or dropped a bunch of advertising or something like that, and I was like, maybe that was a good sign that the days of monetization on this channel are probably over, because honestly it's here. The original intent of this was to just be a signpost of warning to people and to help people. A friend of mine actually convinced me a long time ago, was like, you should monetize your channel. That'd help you do things, and maybe at the time that was a good thing, maybe not. Looking at it nowadays, I think the message is always a lot more powerful when money's not attached to that. I think that's why a lot of ministers should have a job instead of taking money out of the offering plate. Just a personal opinion. But anyway, real quickly, because I see we're getting at the 6-minute mark here, I want to take and I want to look real quickly on the stream options here and see what we can accomplish here on this. You can see the struggles. This is why it takes so long to do this. Okay, encoder, advanced settings. Guess this says 11. I don't know, guys. I may end up having to do this off my phone for a while until I can figure out a way to. I'm wanting to sync the phone with the computer so that Nikki can see it and read y'all's comments while that I am doing this live. And so, if anybody's watching this video, current or later, is if you can tell me how to accomplish that, I would greatly appreciate it, because I don't know how to do that. Okay, and so I want to be able to run this so that as you're typing comments on there and she can see it, I can keep having a dialogue with y'all. That's the goal of this, okay? So I know this first live is a little sketchy, but moving forward, if y'all can tell me how to do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And lastly, I will have the next, I'll announce the next live that I'm going to do later this week, so that next week y'all are ready to have a talk, have a chat. And guys, until I do see you again, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.